Hey YouTube. Oh, good Lord. Let me tilt that light down. I know I'm a few minutes late, so I'm going to give YouTube time to notify people that I am here. What? All messages. Okay. Y'all notice I'm vertical today. That was by accident because I was messing around with stuff. But I was a few minutes late because of finishing my lunch. And so, yeah, I'm going to finish eating my lunch and then I'm going to do the intro. I'm so rude. Oh, I forgot something. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I won't trip and knock over the thing again. Alright, here I come, here I come, here I come. I did not trip. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, you saw a little bit of it already. The crazy, honestly, is just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, because so many times people say, don't do this, don't do that, you should do this, you should do that. I'm here to say, just be your authentic self. Excuse me, the troll part of the crazy troll nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use, hey, Dawn, excuse me, a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Excuse me, use whatever you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, hey Janet, here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you don't have face paint on, excuse me. 2 things to know about me. One is that I curse because I curse. The other is that there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches, and I do try to be aware of it. It says, excuse me, hey Grace. And I do think it's going to make an appearance because I was late because I was finishing my lunch. And I'm almost finished my lunch. And so, oh hey Dylan. How you doing, bro? I was thinking about you earlier today. Hello, Roberto. We got some new people popping in. No, I don't do tarot. This is not that channel. But thank you for popping in. So tonight, we're going to talk about, after I finish eating, we're going to talk about a therapeutic tool that my therapist had mentioned to me. I had never heard of it. Y'all know I have a clinical background, so I had never heard of it. No, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have a degree in criminal justice. Because I was telling him, I remember telling y'all like a while ago that I used to read a lot, and I also used to write a lot. And something happened during COVID. I think this is my last bite, y'all. That I had stopped reading. And thank you for the hearts. And I even bought some books. And at the VA hospital, they have racks of books. Take one, leave one, that type of thing. And so I had even brought home some books that looked interesting. And I was talking with Janessa. Yeah, I don't take people crap. Yeah, I'm that person. Not the one you're thinking of, but that type of personality. So, Janessa and I were talking about, let me know if y'all have seen the movie We Have Always Lived in a Castle. Somehow we were talking about that, and I think it was on the heels of The Haunting of Hill House. Let me know if y'all saw that. That movie had me shook, y'all. I watched a few episodes, daytime, I was cool. And I'm like, let me watch it at nighttime. It's a horror show. Y'all, I started seeing shadows. I saw myself in the mirror one day. I jumped. I was like, wait a minute. And so I couldn't watch that show in the dark. I would always have to turn lights on. So we were talking about that, and she was telling me about Shirley Jackson, who wrote the book. Also wrote We Have Always Lived in a Castle and some other stuff. And so I bought a Shirley Jackson book. I admit, y'all, the first part of the book, it's short stories, and then then I think it's The Haunting of Hill House, and then We Have Always Lived in the Castle, which I did rewatch a few days ago. I still don't like it, but and so, but I am reading here and there. So what my therapist had asked me about, he said, "Have you ever heard of task to appointment?" Let me know if y'all have heard of that, because I had never heard of that. I was like, I said, I'm going to say no because I don't even know what you just said, really. And so it's a therapeutic tool to help you become more organized, to help you be more productive, and to somewhat hold yourself accountable for the things that you say you're going to do. And even though I was only reading for just enjoyment and leisure, it was still something I wanted to get back to. So, have any of you heard of From Task to Appointment? And do any of you enjoy reading, like, as a hobby? And so I know a lot of y'all multitasking, so I'm just going to keep talking, even though y'all didn't answer. But what I'm going to do is, this is the lippy we had on earlier, so I'm going to put this back on. Ooh, my mouth is burning, y'all. That's also spicy. Y'all know I like spicy food. So, if there's something, you have 3 books to pick up at the library, says Dawn. Dylan says, never heard of that book. Excuse me. And I don't even know the name of the book because it has 3 different segments in it. But I was familiar with Haunting of Hill House because I did watch that show. And I'm old school and cheap. And I have watched We Have Always Lived in the Castle. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm familiar with her writing as far as it being, a show. But I was like, so I'll get it. So I ordered it, and I was just like, so I'm still working through it. Hey, Dawn, though, but what I'm saying is at the VA hospital, they have racks of books where you can just take one. Or 2 or 3. You could take a book, leave a book. And I've taken books and left books before. And the day of that appointment, I did bring home 2 books. The same author, and I'm looking at them now, and they're like this thick. And I'm like, they look really interesting. And of course, I read the back of the books and all of that. But then I was sitting here looking at my other books that's sitting around looking at me. I said, let me go ahead and start Shirley's book. And I have autobiographies. I have Cicely Tyson. I have a bunch of books on my Kindle. I have one of the Obama's books on my Kindle. But for some reason, I just wanted to read, like hand read a book. Even though Kindles, I did become fond of Kindles because I can read it at night in bed without having a light on, which y'all know you can't read a book in the dark. And so, but I haven't done that yet. Because I really just want to get through this book. And I'm not enjoying her writing style so far for these short stories. But I'm going to get through it. So he was explaining to me, so what I would like y'all to think about is something that you've been wanting to do that you've been putting off. And this may help you. Maybe or maybe not. Because everything doesn't work for everybody. Y'all, this stuff dries quick. But this lip is perfect for this look. So, task to appointment, he said, is putting in your calendar, like when you're going to do whatever that thing is that you keep saying you want to do, but you keep putting it off. And he said if you need to shift it, like if you don't do it, like say you put it in your calendar for Thursday and you don't do it Thursday, shift it over to Friday or to Saturday. And the reason for doing that is treating it like it's an appointment, like a doctor's appointment. If you're in school and you got to go to class. And so it made sense to me. He said, treat it like it's an appointment. And I told him, I said, that will work for me. And I said, I'm going to tell you why. I keep everything I do every day in my calendar, in my phone. And so if I'm not doing anything, This is nice. It's perfect for this look. I'm looking at my calendar at like, okay, what is it that I have in my calendar to do? And so I showed him my calendar, and he was like, oh, he was like, yeah, this will work for you. And so it was easy for me to do. And so I put to ask to appointment, and then in parentheses I put read, like read a book or read something. And I didn't put a time frame. And I told him my appointment was, what's today, Friday? My appointment was Wednesday. And I told him, I said, it's working, but it's not working. I said, so I have been putting it in my calendar to read, but it started to feel like an obligation, which is if I'm reading for a hobby, I want it to be enjoyable. And I said, and it's not enjoyable. And I don't enjoy her writing style for her short stories. I said, so there's like those two things going on. I said, so what I did is, even if it's in my calendar, whenever I have time in that day, I'll be like, oh, let me just read a few pages. And so I'm back to reading, but more as, okay, because I want to, and not because I feel like it's a task, because it made it not fun. It made it not enjoyable. But it did get me start reading again. And so I am proud about that. And so if there's something that you want to start doing again that you used to enjoy doing, try this technique. Write it in your calendar and treat it like it's an appointment. It might help to put a time. Like for Dawn, I'm going to pick on you because you pet sit. So you're pet sitting. Instead of watching a movie, read a book for 30 minutes. And so whatever time span you're there, just pick 30 minutes like the day ahead and put 30 minutes between this time and this time tomorrow I'm going to read. Or whatever it is that you want to do. And then make sure you do it because it's an appointment. So you made an appointment to do this thing, and then you do the thing, and if something happens and you can't do the thing, then you just move it ahead in your calendar. Dylan says, I love the idea. I did too, because my calendar looked crazy. And when I updated my phone, I said, I won't be mad if I lose pictures. I'll be mad if my calendar don't transfer. Because I'm like, oh my gosh. And it does help me feel productive because as I do things, I do, put a check by it. I love that idea. I'm wondering why you feel obligated to finish reading a book that you're not enjoying. It's only the first part of the book. Because the first part is short stories, and then is The Haunting of Hill House, which I did love the show. And then there's We Lived in the Castle, which I didn't like the movie. But the thing is, though, bruh, when I commit to something, I do it. And that's one of my faults. And I mean, it's not horrible. It's just that some of her stories, and I was telling my therapist, some of the stories, I don't understand the purpose of the story. And thankfully, they're short stories, the beginning section of the book. I said, excuse me, this one story, excuse me, the lady woke up, she went through her morning, went through her day, and it's very detailed. Like, if you guys have read books for leisure, it's just a lot of words. And they tell a story, and they draw you in, and they're very descriptive and all of that stuff. So she was going through her day and getting ready because this dude was supposed to come pick her up. They were going to go get married that day, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't show up. So then she gets worried. And then, she's like, well, maybe somebody seen him outside. So then she walked out to the newspaper stand person, asked him. She went into the flower shop. Hey, Tanya, maybe he came here to get flowers. Turned out he did go in there and get flowers. But nobody else had seen him except the flower dude. And some kid was like, oh, are you going to divorce him? And I'm like, what little kid just says that? But anyway, it was in the book. It was in her story. And and the boy's mom was like, oh yeah, he lives in, this building, whatever. So she goes in the building and knocks on the door, and she hears people laughing inside, and she hears music. Excuse me. But nobody answers the door. Hey Monique, how you been? And then like every day after that, she would go and knock on the door, nobody would answer, but she would always hear music and hear people laughing and dancing. And that was the story. I'm like, what the fuck was that about? Like, and most of her short stories seem to be like that. I'm like, what's the point? I'm missing comments. I also have this on the center of this lippy, so I'm gonna put this on too. But I was just like, What is it? Why? What's the point of these stories? And thankfully, bro, they are short stories, so it might be 3 to 10 pages at most. And so when I do pick it up to read it, I do just read 1 or 2 short stories and put it down. But hey, fatty cat, reading is fantastic. Off topic, but I'm hoping you can help. I'm looking for a true light brown eyeliner that is waterline safe. Do you have any recommendations? I actually, do. What works for me? I have sensitive eyes. And on my inner rims right now, that brown you see, that is from MAC Cosmetics, and it's their Color Excess Gel Eyeliner Pencil. But it's not a light brown; it's a dark brown. But they do have lighter ones. So I would say if you're near Ulta, or if you can shop Ulta, Ulta carries MAC products, and they have one that's like a copper color and light brown. Also, I like NYX Cosmetics retractable eyeliners. That's an option too that don't irritate my eyes. And also, Sephora has their own collection, which is on my lower lash line. That bright. It says it's lime green, but it looks yellow probably because up top is yellow. So those are the 3 brands I use: NYX retractable eyeliners, MAC Color Excess eyeliners, and those are retractable because I prefer retractables. Because once I sharpen something, it doesn't seem to work right after that. And who else did I say? NYX Cosmetics. So hopefully one of those will work for you. Excuse me. I'm reading comments. Doing says something like the Twilight Zone episode. No, I'm not sick again. When I get sick, it ends up affecting my asthma. And so I do deal with chest congestion quite a bit after a cold because it filters down. And I just ate and I didn't drink enough fluids. So that's what all that is. Thank you. Yeah, it was like the Twilight Zone. I be reading some of them stories. I'm just like, what's the point? This lady moved to a town. Well, this lady lived in, it was like a country type environment. She lived with her and her mom and, well, her mother-in-law. So her husband and the father-in-law, they would go out to work every day. And she was like fantasizing about living in this cottage that was down the street. And so she described how the cottage looked and what kind of furniture and wallpaper and all this and that. And then somebody moved in, and so she made friends with the lady first because she was nosy, but then they did become friends. And then the lady's boy, the lady who moved into the cottage, her little boy started talking to a little black boy. And so the mom started talking to the dad he came over to see if she needed work done. And so the townspeople started, shunning her and not talking to her. Everybody that was friendly to her wasn't friendly to her no more. And when she talked to it about the lady who had fantasized about living in the house, she was thinking like, how's she going to blame it on that black man? But the whole time they started treating her different when she was working with the black man. So then the lady ended up moving back to New York. And I'm like, so if sort of like a racist person that's acting like they're not racist, and if you bring it up, they act like there's something wrong with you. So that part I get. But I was just like, ugh. But anyway. The cough, because my chest is congested. And when I take my meds, I usually use my inhaler, and I didn't use it yet, so I probably need to do that. But then I have to hold my breath for a little bit, and I'm trying to talk. So, yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on over here. And so, I need cliff notes for the book. I would say no, because the short stories might be only 3 to 10 pages. So if it was a cliff note, it would be like, what, half a paragraph? Like if it was a full book, yes. But the first part of the book is short stories. You're welcome, Fatty Cat. And so everything else that I do, because actually YouTube is fun for me, and y'all know I love me doing some videos. And so that's a part of my day most days. And so I do that. That's the only thing that's as far as hobbies. YouTube has been the only hobby I have been consistent with since through COVID, because in the middle of COVID, I would say like around 2021, then the 2021, 2022, that's when I stopped writing, I stopped reading, and it's just like a lot of stuff that I used to enjoy, I just stopped. But I really wanted to get back to reading, and I have like hundreds of books in my Amazon Kindle store that's ready to be downloaded. So I just like, and I did tell my therapist too, though, doing the task to appointment to read, it made me realize how busy I actually am. Because I was thinking, oh, yeah, I'll put it in my calendar every day and I'll just sit and read for at least an hour every day. Because before, I could easily read, 3, 4, 5 hours straight. I'll look up and I'm like, why the sun ain't out? And I'm like, oh, damn, I've been reading for 4 hours. Because I would get lost in the book. And so, I lost my train of thought, can y'all tell? So I used to just get lost in books. And even when I would read at night before going to sleep, if it was a good book, I would end up staying up later because I wasn't going to sleep, where sometimes reading would put people to sleep. No, it would like revive me because I'm like, oh my gosh, because then my mind starts going and everything. But I told them that this is what I was saying. It made me realize how busy I am. And so, as I mentioned earlier, that is what you would call a great read. Yeah. Seriously. And I told y'all earlier, a few moments ago, that I put everything in my calendar to do. And so when I look at my calendar and I'm seeing all these check marks and I'm looking at the time frames I do stuff, like I told him, I said, I realized I am really busy. And it's bizarre in a way because I'm retired. So everything I do except appointments is stuff that I just want to do. Like I'm not obligated to do YouTube. I'm not obligated to wash clothes. Well, I do gotta wash clothes. But, I'm not obligated to do a lot of the stuff that I just do. But it's in my calendar. And so it reminds me, I do a lot of stuff every day, y'all. Well, I should say every night because I'm nocturnal. So 2, 3 in the morning, I'm just, doing all sorts of stuff. And I told him it did feel good. And so even looking in my calendar and seeing all the check marks, knowing that I'm doing stuff, it was just automatic for me. But doing the tasks to appointment, it made me more aware and more mindful of all the stuff I actually do. And so even if I have tasks to appointment to read that day and I don't, I look at all the other stuff I did, I don't feel bad. And so now what it turned into is paying more attention to what's already in my calendar before I add in task to appointment. Because y'all, Troll over here be busy as hell. And you would think she be home every day. What the hell she do every day, y'all? It surprises myself. I'm just like, damn, like I really did a whole lot of stuff. And everything doesn't take a lot of time. But yeah, so is there something that excuse me. The ones that I stopped reading on and off in my life. Now I'm on again. I love a book with a good twist. Hey Locke, good morning to you. So what types of books do y'all like to read? I like horror and suspense movies. So of course I like horror and suspense books, which is what drew me to The Haunting of Hill House. If y'all didn't see it, I do believe the first season is still on Netflix. And they were supposed to come out with a second season. And then COVID came and it was like no second season. And I don't think they're ever gonna circle back. And that was a good ass series. It shook me. And I watched the whole thing twice. Like I waited like maybe 6 months or so, and then I watched the whole thing again. Y'all, it's one of those like it's a spooky type. It's not a horror movie, but it's like a spiritual suspense type ghost movie. And I'm gonna say horror, because not horror like, oh my god, you're scared, but you're just like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen? What's happening? Like even now, I've seen The Shining, which to me will be an all-time classic. Every time I watch The Shining, and I've seen that movie over a dozen times in my lifetime, if I watch that movie tonight, I'm gonna still be shook. It's just something about it that just, I'm just like, oh shit. And that's how The Haunting of Hill House was. Some action I like, but I'm more so suspense, psychological type stuff, of course, because y'all know my brain be doing stuff. But yeah. So Dawn likes mystery. Excuse me. What is something if you're not into reading? I love it when y'all all get along and talk to each other. Or watching Grace's Newbie Glee's video, and she was talking about the new Notoriously Morbid palette. your code, then I saw it alive. Yeah, this is the second look, third look with that palette. Someone named Renee Gaskins 27 something, I think. She had left a comment under, it might have been under, I don't know if it was a post or my short. And she said she was looking on the site and couldn't see it. She's like, when does it come out? And the thing is, it's like City Beauty, they send us a paper with information. Notoriously Morbid, it just be the palette. So it's like, I know nothing. I know nothing. But I did email my rep today and I asked her, and I did another community post today, and I did add Renee so she could see it. It launches on the 28th of this month. I ain't asked her how much it costs. I don't know. But I'm loving this palette. Yeah, Grace be pushing my codes. I do appreciate that. Oh, excuse me. The book is so different than the movie. The books are always different than the movie. The books are always different. Fatty Cat, I have dedicated my free time to reading the. Oh my gosh, if I could, I have read that from beginning to end at least 8 times over the course of my life. And I said that to one of my uncles, because he's a preacher, but he's one of them hypocritical Christians, like for real. And he's like, you read the whole thing? I said, yeah, in Genesis, Revelation, such time. And he was like, oh. And I'm just like, yeah, he's one of them people where he think he only knows stuff. And I'm like, I could read with comprehension. But anyway, I read with comprehension. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Excuse me, I've always wanted to read it from start to finish. I'm in Isaiah now, and it's taking a while. I'm hooked. And this, you know what it is, too? For me, let me know if this is true for you. Like, when I used to go to church and all that, and Bible studies, you're here, you're there. And this is going to sound bad, okay? I already know that. Anybody can pick scripture here, scripture there, scripture here, scripture there, and put it into a sermon. Anybody can do that. I've done it. I'm ordained to preach. I don't know if y'all knew that. I was ordained back in 1998. Yeah, me, over here, this crazy chick who curses and is polyamorous and in the BDSM community. Yeah, I'm an ordained minister to teach. So that's how, so it's just different. Because they take scriptures from different places and make a sermon. This is your story. This is your lesson. And it's good. It's good. It's cool. Just don't tell me it says something it ain't said. Because I'm going to be like, excuse me. And I grew up on King James. And so other interpretations to me don't sound the same because I'm used to the King James. But that's just a preference thing because I grew up on that. But when there was a Bible study I used to go to, and they would start Genesis 1, Genesis 2, the next week, Genesis 3. And it gave, for me, a new meaning because it gave more context to what was happening at that time. So I'm not taking from here, 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 here. It's linear. And it made more sense to me. And I learned so much in that Bible study class. And I don't know what year or why, but I said, you know what? I'm going to read it from beginning to end. And I was just like, wow. It was just different. It gave it more context. That's the word. It gave it more context. So I'm not just picking everywhere. No, you're here. You are, and this is what's going on. This is the story. This is what's happening. And so let me know if that's true for you too. How it's not to say changing how you think of things, but it's giving you a more. I don't even know what I want to say. It's giving you a different level of comprehension. Because of the context and not just trying to make stuff fit because it just goes in order and it fits. I hope that made sense. The Shining is something that can actually happen. So that's even scarier. And those are the type of movies I like. And like movies like The Grudge. Let me know y'all about this too. Excuse me. I can watch American horror movies. I've watched The Grudge American versions. I'm cool. But something about those Korean and Japanese, Asian horror movies, I can't watch those. It's just something about it that just hits my soul. And I'm just like, like it feels too real. And I do believe in spiritual things. And I have had some experiences. Whew. And so I do believe in that type of stuff. But let me know if y'all feel that way too. The Asian horror movies, I can't watch them. It just does something, and I'm just like, But the American ones, though, I can watch them all day long. I could watch The Ring all day long. I saw The Ring 1, The Ring 2, and Rings number 3, and I'm cool. I tried to watch the Asian version of The Ring. I think I got 10 minutes in. I'm like, I can't do it. It's just something about it. And maybe because I believe that stuff. And I think maybe because I know over there they believe that stuff, I think more so than people here. You know what I mean? So maybe that's part of it too. I don't know, but it just hits me different. I'm like, I can't do it. Notoriously Morbid wings it. This is Inglot. This yellow one up her lash line. Yeah. Dawn says her Davina singles have arrived, but I'm not home. Oh man, when you going home, Dawn? And my nursery is shipping soon. Dawn, you need to start doing videos because we got some collabs to do. I think I already told y'all I placed an order today from the Notoriously Morbid. I was good though. I was also going to get lipsticks and I took them out of my cart because one of the things I purchased was their mystery mystic bag, which is 4 exclusive liquid lipsticks. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna take the other 2 out my cart since I'm getting these 4. And I think it was $25. And so that's what, like $5 a piece for one of their lipsticks. And some of them are like $13, $14, $19. Hopefully I get colors I like. They said if you don't want wild colors to put a note on your order. I didn't put a note on the order, so I'm hoping I like all the colors. Yeah, that is the best book. And it never ages because I'll read a book, recently that I read a long time ago, and I'm like, this don't make sense anymore. And it might be because I'm older and I think different. I don't know. But sometimes it's like watching movies like that's 10 years old. It's like this didn't age well. Like this don't even. So I mean I don't know which it is, but you go home tomorrow, sis Dawn. Where's Sarah? Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, you just got here. So I'm thinking, did I miss seeing you? Hey, Sarah. We listening and we don't judge. No, we don't judge. I've always liked going to churches that scream at you. I'm weird. You know what? I grew up in the inner city. Yell at me if you want to. You gonna think I ain't a Christian. Well, people don't think so anyway. You know when people tell me and I'll be to laugh. I know I'm there. I told you I'm polyamorous. I'm in the alternative community. I curse. So I know I'm already different. But when people find out that I do identify as a Christian, they're like, "Oh, you're not that kind of Christian." Or they'll be like, "You a different type of Christian." I mean, you can be down to earth and still keep it real, but you don't be yelling at me. Cause for me, just give me the word. Just give me the word. I don't need you to be dancing, running back and forth on the pulpit because then my vertigo start acting up because I'm getting dizzy trying to look at you. And then you yelling and I'm just like, I'm right here. Like, I'm in the second pew. Why are you yelling? And if people want to get up, be dancing on that shout, and I'm just like, is the sermon over? Like, but that's me because I'm straightforward. I'm just like, just give me the facts, ma'am. Just give me the facts. I don't need a lot of fluff. Just give me what I need to get me through the week. And I used to tell people, if I have a bad week, I can't get through a week on a hoop and a holler. But I can get through the week on the word. So give me what I need to get through the week. Y'all see what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. I done seen people dance out of their wig. Their shoes fall off. Yo, I done growing up in a black church. I'm sure other churches too. Man. Oh my gosh. Those was the good old days. Yeah, don't be young. Don't yell at me. Cause back then I might have cursed you out. But me now, and I would just get up and walk away. So either way, I'm not getting the word. So it's just like, why? Betty Kaz says, just true. I agree. OMG, I prefer the King James version to the other versions I don't connect with. And it's because I grew up on that. Because I had at one of the churches, I got like 9 Bibles, and that's because I gave some away. I got the ones I got all different kinds. I got study Bibles, parallel Bibles, the exposition Bibles. Yeah, there was a time, y'all, I was, but so when I would get different version Bibles, or if I was going to a different church and they were reading like the Amplified or something, I'd be like, that ain't what that say. And then I would look like, oh shoot, that is what it said. Because I'm used to the King James language, it's different. So I had to learn to just, and that's what made me get a parallel Bible. They have 4 different versions in it because I'm like, if I visit a church, I don't know which one they reading from. And they'll say something not King James. I'm like, dang, what is say? It says such and such. And I'm quoting scripture. And then I look in the book and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what they mean. So yeah. But if I didn't grow up on it, I don't think I would feel this way. But growing up on it, like, that's what I know. Doing some Japanese horror is terrifying. I cannot do it. Those jerky movies. It's like, do they got the Holy Ghost or they have the seizure? Like, and I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. But it's like, you don't know. Then you'll have the ushers come over and be fanning. Y'all making me have flashbacks. Oh my gosh. I remember this one time. We were standing up and the choir was singing, right? This lady, she was like maybe 5th from the end of the pew. She went like this and went past all the people. She hit the walkway inside the church and she took off running. And she was running circle, and it was a big church. She was running, and everybody was just like how many times did they go around? Her shoe came off, her hat came off, the wig came off. By the time she was done, everybody was coming back like it was just stuff. And the person next to her fanning her because she's sitting there like this. Let me stop. Okay, let me get off of that because y'all giving me flashbacks. I am more at peace reading the Bible is giving me true peace. It does. Have fallen in love, yeah, with Yahweh. It's been amazing. My eyes open like never before. It really did change me too. Like just reading it, beginning and like that. You're welcome. I'm really having flashbacks. I ain't been to church in I don't know how long, and I got turned off. It seemed hard for me to find a church that was just going to give me read the scripture, explain what it's saying, and that's it. And a lot of churches, they were doing sensationalism stuff. Oh, you're in a wheelchair. You're going to walk by the end of the service. In the service, they don't walk. So I'm just like, so what you saying? Like, it was just like a lot of little stuff. Just give me the word. Tanya said, they are good. They are unique. But I do them Japanese horror movies. I did like the grunge Asian version more than the American. Really? It's on, I think I saw it on Plex. And for the first time ever, I did watch a movie on Plex today. And I think I might have seen it on Hulu or something. But I didn't watch it. I was just like, I'm scared. You tell Locke she should watch The Ring. I would love, because even if I seen a movie, if I see they have like all of them on like one platform, I'll just sit and binge because it's a different effect when you see them back to back to back. But I haven't seen The Ring 3. Well, Rings they called it. I ain't seen that one in forever. But I keep seeing The Ring and Ring 2, but not the third one. And I think they do that on purpose because quite a few platforms, they'll show the first 1 or 2 or something and not the other ones. This is Kaboom from Fenty. You never saw the Ring Lock? Them faces. Woo, yeah, I that movie. I liked it though. And Tanya liked the grudge Asian version. I can't do that. After getting the 2 lipsticks, says Janet, you're ready to get more. You talking about from Notoriously Morbid? I know, I'm hooked. I got hooked quick. I almost have as many Notoriously Morbid lipsticks now as I do the Sephora collection lip cream stains. Like, seriously. And I'm leaning more towards Notoriously Morbid because they have the funkier colors. But I like the Sephora ones because I can do ombre lips with those. And I could probably do it with the Sephora one. Notoriously Morbid too, but they have a lot of shifts. Some of them are Notoriously Morbid. Yeah, beginning. You're a spicy Christian. That's a good phrase. I might start saying that. I'm a spicy Christian. No charades that's like absolutely none. Absolutely none. Or they be like, if you believe what I'm saying, get up and run a lap around the church. God know I'm handicapped. So you know I'm not going. God know I can't do that. So how you telling me if I have faith, I'm running around the church? You want to help me get up after I fall on the floor and carry me to my car and then get somebody to drive me home in my car and then somebody else bring my car back and then pick them up? Like what? Anyway. I love that they dance out of their wigs and shoes. That's the best. And then people be bringing them all this stuff. Tanya said she was set on fire one time too and had a lot of versions and all this stuff. Yeah. And it was really interesting because even reading parallel Bibles, if they have them on the same page or like the same, you know, just reading one from the others is like, wow. Like, because the King James sentence might be 12 words. The Amplified version, it'd be like 30 words and it'd be the same phrase. And I'm like, that's a lot of letters. Like I have comprehension. Oh, Dawn said she meant the jerky movements in Japanese heart. Yeah, that little in the ring. I'm like, why is she walking like? Who told her to do that? She walking. Don't make me laugh, y'all. Another one I liked was Shudder. I didn't see... Yes, I did. I did see the Asian version of it, but I saw the American version of it like twice before I saw the Asian version. That one I liked too. I love at the end when she was going to leave and she said, I need time to think. And she got to the door. She put one foot and the other foot she stopped. And she turned around and said, no, I don't. I'm leaving you. I was like, oh, damn. She's like, I don't need to think. Love your story so funny. You're like me. You want them. Yeah, just give me the meat. Give me the meat. Don't be giving me a bunch of snacks and crumbs. I don't care about the sugar. Yeah, I just want to be fed the meat. Yeah. Because I could live all week off the meat. I can't live all week off of a dance and a hoop and a holler and somebody dancing out their wig. Like, I have a bad day. What? Oh, yeah, remember that lady when she lost her hat? That ain't going to help me. Yeah. All the sugar puffies. What's the one you watch movie and they call you? The Ring. Oh, yeah, Dawn said it. 7 days. Yeah, that's Samara. So do any of you have anything that you want to start doing again that you haven't done in a while that you think task to appointment would be helpful for you? And also, do you keep track of stuff that you do, or is your day just your day? Because when I was working, I didn't keep track of like everyday stuff that I do. But when I retired, somewhere along the line, I started doing that. And then I found that I liked it because I'm like, I do a lot of stuff. And it helped me feel productive, which I am. This is the one you watched me. Yeah. Died 7 days later because it took her 7 days to die when she was in the well. Did y'all see the movie The Orphan? Excuse me for yelling. They have a prequel, which is a sequel, but I ain't seen it yet. And I'm told it don't even really go into how she got to where she was. It just picked up at like the last house that she lived at. It didn't pick up like in her beginnings, like what happened to her in her childhood. Excuse me. Yeah, walking all slow like she on you. Yup. Shudder was often. Has anyone been able to watch Hostel or the sequel? I watched all 3 of them. The last one, the kills were really dumb to me. And actually, Hostel 1 and Hostel 2 were on Plex because when I was browsing through there, I saw that. But I've watched those a couple times. A good movie to me, well, a movie I like, I'll say it that way. To me, it's like a book that I like. I will reread it and I will rewatch it. Hostel is terrifying because that crap probably happens. People go disappearing across the United States and across the country all the time. Like, for real. People be missing. And here's the thing, though. Stick to the plan. If you going here, and then you going over here, and then you going over there, that's what you do. You be over here like, oh, well, come over here. And then you get snatched up and you die. Nah. Just stick to the freaking plan. Do not change your plans. There's this movie called The Train, which was actually really good. And it was a sports team. They missed their train. So this lady's like, oh, you can come on our train. Only one made it out. But yeah, but that's the thing. I'm like, if you have an itinerary, stick to it. Don't be changing the plans. Oh, I want to go to the spa. Sounds relaxing. From Hostel 2. Girl. She was the first one to die, too. Talking about, ooh, that sounds fun. Can we go? She was the first one to die. I just want to say this is my first time here, and you ladies are so welcoming and enjoyable. Thank you so much. Hope to catch your next live. God bless y'all. Thank you, Fatty Cat. We're here Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Yesterday I had an issue, so I switched that one to today. But normally, we were doing every Mondays for a while. And then all of a sudden, thank you for the hearts. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, you know what? Starting February, we'll add on another day. So we'll do Mondays and Thursdays. Yeah, so we're here twice a week. And I have videos that go up during the week, too, usually at 7 a.m. Once in a while, I do a Saturday video. Yeah, but thank you for being here. And I appreciate that comment. Because a lot of people, they pop in and then they pop out and they don't stay. And so to know that you're enjoying it, like, that means a lot to me. And I'm sure to the rest of my trolls that are here too. And I do love when everybody be chit-chatting in the chat. They be like, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I be like, ooh. We a family over here. The Orphan was interesting. The Orphan was interesting. That was, I was like, wow. And I do want to see the prequel, which is a sequel, but I ain't paying for it though. It'll be free somewhere soon. I got Hulu, Tubi, Netflix, Plex, Pluto, YouTube. I ain't paying to rent no movie. It'll pop up free somewhere. I didn't see the sequel, which is the scary about the... I didn't see the sequel, which is the scary about the Natalie Grace story. I don't understand. I don't understand. And don't fall for the pretty ladies or suave dudes. Yeah, because the hostile dude was like, you want to dance? And she's like, no. And then he was like, come on. And she's like, no. And he says, then he got serious. He was like, I could have helped you. And then he walked away. I was like, oh, shit. And then she ran into him later, help me. He was like, go away from me. You don't listen. Go away from me. And he took off in the truck. Yeah, he had buck teeth too. So she was probably like, He said, I could have helped you. And just walked away. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, but I do believe stuff like that happens. We know that sex trafficking happens. I do believe there's an underground organ market. I do. I just do. All the other stuff that be going on. Because people do be coming up missing. And don't be going on no island retreat by yourself. Like, what? Ain't no cell service. Like, why are you going to go off in the woods or some island retreat by yourself? Ain't no cell service. No, I'm not doing that. I had told my therapist, oh, listen, I had mentioned it in the video, y'all. This is hilarious. And my uncle on the phone, he was cracking up. I did update my passport, and y'all know that. So I was waiting for it to come in. I had a letter in my mailbox Tuesday, that said, no, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Letter in my mailbox from the passport agency. And the letter said, let me get it right. The letter said my face was too bright. Y'all see, the letter said my face was too bright and they couldn't see my face clearly. I'm thinking I am bright. Like, when I told my uncle on the phone, he was cracking up. He was like, and I said this in the video too, so y'all will hear the same story like next week. I had on my my yellow goose down. And so I was like all yellow. So I think maybe that's what it was. So when I went Thursday to the post office, I wore a black shirt. Not this one that I cut up. I wore a black shirt just to have some contrast. Because like say I have this on, it just makes me look brighter, right? And so I said, let me just wear a black shirt. My uncle was cracking up. But then they were out of print paper. So I'm just like, and the lady said they ordered it 2 weeks ago. So I'm just like, so they're supposed to call me when the print paper come in so I can get a new picture. And I could go somewhere else and pay for it, but I'm like, if I don't have to. Yeah, but after my face was bright. I'm like, I am bright. My uncle was rolling. Oh my gosh. Natalie Grace is a true story about this couple that adopted a little girl that they later expected was an adult woman. It was in the news. Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow. Yup, lock, stick to the plan. Nope, we not getting on a different train. Nope, we not making no detours. No. And you know what? If the whole group want to do that, I'll go back home. Yeah, there's rules in horror stories. Don't go nowhere alone. Don't switch up the plan. If it can be imagined, it's happened to an extent. I believe you. I really do. I believe that. Or a cool site that you hike to. Somewhere by yourself. You don't know what's out there in them woods. Yo, I watch too many horror and I watch too much horror and suspense movies to Oh yeah, those passport photos are very exact, I heard. And it was not even a flash photo. And the camera was on a tripod that was on the floor. So it wasn't even that it was unstable or shaky. So I'm just like, so I think it was just me having on all yellow. This is the first time ever somebody, the passport people was like, your face was too bright. I have 2 old IDs right here. Look at this picture. I'm bright. Look at that. I'm bright. So I was just like, what the hell? And this is another ID. I'm bright. So I'm like, what? Oh, these are when I had braids. Yeah, I was going through papers and was finding a whole bunch of older stuff. But I'm just like, so next time I go, I'm going to still wear a black shirt. I'm going to put on bronzer, put on some blush. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I have never. I also believe go together, leave together. Don't be leaving people behind. Exactly. If you want to go off by yourself, I advise against it. But I'm not your keeper. But maybe and it wasn't even bright in there. It was just like it wasn't bright like it is sitting here. It was maybe like not quite like that. It was maybe like this. And it wasn't flash photography, so I'm like, I don't know, unless they just being difficult. I don't know. Okay, Dion, time to lay on the house that's bronzer and then retake the picture. Yep, a black shirt, bronzer, blush. I ain't never in my life. I had told my therapist that. I said, they done sent my thing back. I said, not that I was ever committed to leaving the country, but I said, if something happened, I'll have my passport and I can go. But then I told him, with all these planes crashing, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go on the plane. And I asked him if he heard about the plane that landed upside down. Did y'all hear about that? It was, I forget where it was, but it was a storm. And the plane was landing, and as it got closer to the building, it flipped upside down. So the plane is sitting at the gate, well, near the building, upside down. They said 8 people got injured. I saw that picture, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the? Because when you land, and you just... So how you just... like... I saw this earlier this week. Today's Friday. I saw it earlier this week. And I saw it on a YouTube clip. The plane was at the gate upside down. I was like, what the fuck? And then I'm thinking, who got injured? Because when the plane is landing, you're supposed to be in your seat, tray tables up, seat belts on. So who, unless something fell and hit somebody in the head. But, and I'm wondering if it was staff, because they just sit in the back with the straps when they're landing and taking off. But it was in Canada a lot. I was just like, the plane was up. I was like, and I told him about the crash in North Philly. A plane crashed in a neighborhood in North Philadelphia. And I'm just like, and it is an airport there, but not in North Philadelphia. So I was just like, so I'm like, do I even want to get on a plane? But then I do believe when it's your time, it's your time. I do. But still, the plane was landing and flipped upside down because of the storm. I ain't never heard of such a thing. I was like, oh my gosh. That's what your mama said. Go together, lead together, going, yup. Usually us ladies have it. One go to the bathroom, we all go. And we can see the bathroom door from where we sitting, but we all still go. Dudes be like, I'll be right back. Okay. Girls be like, come on, y'all. I gotta go to the bathroom. Y'all gotta go. No, okay, I'm going. Okay, we coming with you. And only one be in the stall. The other ones be freshening up their lipstick, powder in their face or whatever. Yeah, that was crazy. That plane looked crazy. I was just like, and it was still in one piece though. Like it wasn't like a wing fell off or anything. So it just slid up to. I was like, wow. They got $30K for that upside down plane. That picture looked crazy. I'm just like, I ain't never in my life seen a plane upside down like that. I mean, I've seen busted up planes from accidents, but it was just like somebody just flipped it and it was just sitting there. Yeah, only 8. It said 8 was injured. I saw one thought the airline says lock was landing and it iced over snow and it flipped over. Maybe that's what happened. I was just like so close and yet so far in Canada. You right there at the gate about to land and you just, man, I might have peed myself for real. Hanging upside down with the seatbelt cutting into you. Yeah, and I got all this pudge too. I would have bruises for weeks. But at least I would have been alive though. Yeah, thankfully no casualties. Yeah. I just booked flights for April, says Janet, and everyone asked me if I'm nervous. Yeah. I think any means of travel, it can be dangerous. But I mean, they say flying is safer than driving, which I believe because it's less air traffic than it is road traffic. But true crimes in me, says Lock. Be weird, stay safe. Yup. Yeah, they don't take the weird ones because we make sure. Yeah, we ask too many questions. What you mean take that train over there? Like, what's the name of the train? Who's the driver? What's the track numbers we're going to be on? What time is it going to reach the next station? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Just stay here. Okay. We're going to stay here with you. Hey, Tony. Yeah, we've been chit-chatting. We talked about task to appointment. And then we started talking about movies. Asian horror movies versus the American counterpart horror movies. We talked about churches, people losing their wigs. Talked about planes flipping upside down. Talked about my passport picture. They sent the letter, said my face was too bright, so I got to send a new picture. Yeah, so we're just shooting this shit right now, just talking about all kinds of stuff. And actually, this is a lot of fun. Just like chit-chatting. Yeah, stay together. We ride together. Yeah. Nope, you're not late. We just chit-chatting. Yes, and text people your plans and don't change the plan. Because that's what be happening. All of those hostile movies are like that because they changed the plan. Nah. I wonder if there are increase in physicians giving Xanax prescriptions. I don't know a lot because you know they firing healthcare workers. They're cutting back on medication prices, not prices, but they're cutting off medication access. So I don't know. They firing all these people. I told my therapist, I said, I'm glad you're still here. He said, thank you. I am too. Yeah, y'all. These are crazy times. But so, is there anything that you guys have wanted to do that you used to enjoy doing that you haven't done in a long time, that you think tasks to appointment would work for you. And it does take some organizational skills though, because if you write stuff down to do it and you just don't pay it any attention, then it doesn't work. Like it has to be like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And that's why when I showed him my calendar, he was like, oh yeah, I'm confident you'll do great. She's son, I send family my plans. I'm like, you get me, everyone knows if I go missing folder. And I don't even go that many places. Let somebody call me and they leave a message, I don't answer in a day. They be calling me back like, hey, what's up? Say something. Let me know you alive. Makeup and videos, Miss Dion. Miss doing that. So do tasks to appointments, Anya. You can start with one a week. Just do a little short video. I used to not spend a lot on makeup. I kind of think I always did until when I started my conscientious consumer journey. Because I remember when I first started wearing makeup, I started spending less when I retired myself, number one, because that was a lifestyle change. Because I was getting 2 paychecks a month and my VA. Now I just get the VA check. So like stuff had to change. But and when I was married, I was working 2 jobs. So I had 4 checks coming in a month and my VA check. Yeah, I was shopping too because I'm like, damn it, I earned this. But when I first started wearing makeup back in 2007, and this is why my intro is the way it is. I would watch a video, or you have to get this and you got to get that, and this is great, this and that. So I would go out and get it. I ain't no different. I'm like, okay. And then I put stuff on and I'm like, I don't like it. And I really thought it was something wrong with me. Like, why do all these videos I'm watching, they're talking about how great this thing is and I don't like it? I really thought it was something wrong with me. And I find out that no, it's not. I just have different preferences. But it took me years because everything they said, like my intro, when you hear you got to buy this brand, this tool, that technique. Yeah. If I heard I got to use this technique, I'm trying to do a technique, and I'm like, this ain't working. You have to use this brand, this blush, this brush. I will go out and get that blush, that brush, like for real. And stuff wasn't working right, and I'm just like, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Is everybody love it but me? Just different preferences. But it took me a while to figure that out. And then with the pressed pigment issue, not knowing it was pressed pigments, I'm like, okay, why are my eyes itching? Why are my eyeballs swell up? So there was that whole thing. And so trying to just figure all of that out. So, but yes, I definitely spend a whole lot less. I spend more on makeup before YouTube, but then sub boxes got me and I was spending way more than I planned to. I was watching one of Arlene's I watched her BoxyCharm unboxing. Yo, they keep sending me these emails, and they slick. They are slick. They were like, if you, because every other week it's like, come back and you'll get such and such value worth of a free gift. But the last one was, if you come back now and you get 2 Natasha Denona free gifts. And I'm like, it'll be a lip liner and a little mini bronzer. I'm like, you know what? They ain't slick. And she had commented her video saying that they keep sending me these emails talking about all these free gifts. And she said that's how they got her back. And when they show, oh, this box could be yours, I'm looking at the products like, I don't want none of those. Like, it's not even appealing to me. But then I like what I like. I know what works for me. I know what my preferences are and my aesthetics are. So once you get there, other stuff would be like it's not even a big deal. I barely had anything until YouTube will do it. Because number one, I was learning how to do makeup. So I'm thinking if I'm going to learn how to do makeup watching this person, then I need to do what they say do. Dion, I know your skin does not agree with the Nessa Myrick, so you are safe. I am definitely safe from the Nessa. My soul and my intellect loves her. My skin is like, bitch, no. And I really would. I would have all of her blushes. I would have like 3 shades of the bomb thing that itched my face and made me oily, which is supposed to not make you oily, so that was just weird. Yeah, the color fixes, I couldn't wear them on my lids, irritated my lips. I wasn't able to ever figure out how to use them for a blush. Using them as a lip was patchy. I just couldn't get the hang of it. And I said, you know what? Let me just stop. The universe is saying this ain't for you. So I stopped. So what did Dawn say? She do be getting a lot of boxes. I thought about the Walmart one because it's what, like $6, but I'm like, I know it ain't gonna be nothing in there I want. I was at Ulta and Sephora a lot, but really bought more than one thing. I don't even go in stores. I might order online and pick up in store, but I do not be browsing. I knew someone before. I feel like I'm yelling. She was saying that her hobby is going into like TJ Maxx, just walking around browsing, going into Sephora, Ulta, walking around and browsing. And I'm like, that's how you end up spending more money, or money you plan on not spending, because you're going to find something. You're going to find something. And yeah, she would buy a whole bunch of stuff and be like, oh, I had this a year and ain't used it yet. And I'm just like, okay, no judgment. YouTube got me in the stupid smoky eye look that I wanted to learn, I think 2007, 2008. Then I tried indie brands, and boy, was I missing out. And I am stuck. I'm stuck on Lethal, and I'm stuck on Notoriously Morbid. I would be stuck on Selling Cosmetics, but they seem like they come out with one palette every 3 years. Like, so. And I think also because those are more my vibes. And I was looking today, and I'm like, damn, like almost a third of my stash is Notoriously Morbid. Granted, I do get PR, but then stuff I don't get, I'll buy. So I'm still buying stuff. YouTube videos can be a nonstop late night infomercial. Excuse me. Yeah, I canceled mine a long time ago. Yeah, and a lot of indie brands told me I can't wear it because of the pressed pigment issue, so I'm safe, like, from all of that. Excuse me. Yeah, I admired Vanessa from afar. I love her and I love what she do, but my skin is like, we not wearing it. It's too busy, messy, and too much stuff at TJ Maxx probably tomorrow. I haven't been in Rawson forever, but your TJ Maxx nearest me is a dump. And Marshall's is alright. It's gotten better since they started locking stuff up, because now it's not like stuff just everywhere as far as the cosmetics and skincare. But so anything that y'all want to work on that you used to love to do that you don't do anymore. I'm just trying to bring it back in before we go to like task to appointment, or is this a dump too? The ones further away, they're nice, but the ones here. I was watching Grace's TJ Maxx, because y'all know she go every week, and she does a short. And like the first part of the short was like 5 or 6 different pieces of jewelry, like earrings, but they were shaped like little fruit pieces. And so I commented, I said, the fruit snack earrings are cute. She was like, fruit snack earrings? Because they look like little pieces of fruit, like little strawberries, raspberries, pineapples. And then I'm thinking, who would wear that though? Like, is that for a child? Well, not like a baby child, but like a little kid. You got an earring that look like a raspberry. Like, who's buying that stuff? Little fruit snacks. It gotta be a TJ Maxx looking at her video, getting hungry, wanting some fresh fruit. So, is there anything, y'all? Because the only thing for me, I do still play Mahjong here and there. And I could probably task to appointment for that. But I really want to start reading more. And I would read more if I started reading on my Kindle again, because I can do that in bed without having a bright light on. Also reading, says Tanya, because I used to love to. I haven't created a library and resource center with a list of books and authors in my house. And I have tons of books. And I didn't even put my newer books, I didn't even put away. Because I'm like, they're going to sit here and look at me every day. And sooner or later, I'm going to be like, okay, I see you. Let's get into you. And I'm looking at them now. There was even a book from a guy doing research in the community, like a subset of the alternative community. And he interviewed me for a segment in his book. And he had asked a friend something, and they were like, oh, well, that's not for me, but talk to Miss Dion. So I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. And he did pay, which to me didn't matter, because I'm like, to see my name in somebody's research book? What? And so I didn't even read that book. I read my part, which was like 2 pages. But I didn't read the rest of that book. I have a few days off, and I plan on sorting out some things and donating declutter time. Put it in your calendar. Declutter. And then when you get done and you put that check next to it in your calendar, you'll be like, yeah, I did the damn thing. Oh my gosh, y'all, my aunt's service is tomorrow, the one that passed away. I really had started thinking my cousin wasn't going to have anything. And I texted her a couple of days ago asking how she was doing, and she texts back that she was okay, which I know she's not. And then her next text was telling me when the service was, and I was like, fuck. Because I was really thinking it wasn't going to be anything. And so that's tomorrow in New Jersey. I'm just like, the viewing's from 10 to 12. And then the repast is at 1. So I might get there like about 11-ish. And then go to the repast. But I was really thinking it wasn't going to be anything. So that kind of... yeah. But anyway. So I did take out... And the reason I was saying that was when you talk about decluttering, I was thinking how, not that it was decluttering, but I took out the clothes that I'm gonna wear for tomorrow. So I did that already. So that way when I get up, since it's gonna be way earlier than I'm usually up, I won't have to be like, what am I gonna wear? Oh my gosh, it's already ready. Reading and practicing yoga, I used to do a lot, but fell off. Restarted my yoga practice and enjoying it. I did not realize how much I missed or needed it. And that happens. We can like just slowly drift away from something. And then we just go on with whatever. And then when we get back to it, it's like, wow, like I forgot how much I really enjoyed doing this. And then that motivates us to do more of it, which is really cool. Yeah. That's why you're so calm, the yoga stuff. I know this guy. He's a Buddhist. His wife told me he's a Buddhist. But he is so high strung. He deals with anxiety. He just like I asked her one time, I said, how are they a Buddhist and he's always uptight and anxious? Like, aren't they supposed to be like calm and zen like and stuff? And she looked at me and was like, that's a good question. And then we both just laughed about it. Because I'm like, how? Like, he's not calm at all. I mean, he's not always like, but it's you know how you ever be around somebody and you can just not feel tension, but like you can feel anxiety radiating off of their circle, their energy bubble or whatever. Let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Because sometimes I go around certain people and I'm just like, let me get away from them. Like something don't feel right. And not that it don't feel right with him, but when I'm around him, I feel a little more on edge. And I'm just kind of like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? And I'm like, oh, I'm picking up off of his stuff. And so he deals with anxiety. She ain't telling me that, but that's just what I pick up on. But I'm like, how he a Buddhist and he always be anxious about something? And when he gets upset, I'll be like, see ya. I'll be like, how in the world? Yeah, Locke is calm. So I'm just like, ooh. So that's good, Locke. So you started doing your yoga again. So now we got to get you back reading again. Yes, people's attitude soak into us as doing. Some people are doing, some people don't. And I've always been sensitive in that kind of way. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse. And the closer I am to someone, like in my heart, the more I pick up on what they're feeling. Like random strangers, I might get a little something, but then it's like, But if it's somebody that I really care about, you know, I pick up a lot more of what they're feeling. And because I do consider him and his wife friends, I be picking up on what he's feeling. And I've always been like that since I was a kid. And I used to wonder, like, what's wrong with me? And I'd be like, what's wrong with you? You need to get your stuff straight so I could be straight. Yeah, yeah. So Tanya says we need a book to all read and then talk about. A lot of readers in here. Charmaine, what is her channel? Damn, we did a collab a couple years ago because she did a collab every day in January with a different person. And she was doing a giveaway every day. This was, I think, like 2, maybe 3 years ago. Because then the next year she asked me if I would do it again with her, and I said yeah, because I only had just one day. But then something happened and she wasn't able to do it. But I don't know if she does a book club, but she talks about books on some of her on some of her videos. So I don't know if it's a book club or what. But she'll talk about books and reviews and what she's reading, what her thoughts are, that type of thing. It's hard to decide on one book. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna get through Shirley Jackson because I'm committed. So I need to just read through it faster. Hopefully, I'm hoping The Haunting of Hill House will be as well. Should be better than the TV show because books are always better. But we'll see when we get to that one. I don't know if I'm a like We Always Lived in the Castle because I didn't like the movie, and I did watch it again recently, and I didn't like it because I thought maybe I missed something. I didn't miss anything. Um, I didn't miss anything. Excuse me. What is her channel name? And I can't even look it up on my phone. Let me see if I can find her on my computer really quick. She she is extremely bubbly. She I get exhausted sometimes because I'm just over here chilling. She's very bubbly. She's one of them people that laughs easy, and sometimes she'll have like her hair in two ponytails, and when she laughs, like the little ponytails be bouncing. It's just so cute. But yeah, I used to enjoy her channel. Oh my gosh, what is her channel? Damn it, I don't even remember. And I put in Charmaine and all this other stuff is popping up, and I know I mean her. I don't know who these people is. What was her channel? She lives in Canada. I do remember that. Damn. I don't know. See, now I'm just... And she's Caucasian. But she seems really friendly. And she's one of those people, like how Locke, she's just very soothing and just very calming. And when I talk about her, I get all soft-spoken. Charmaine is the type of person where, like when I watch her videos, I'm just grinning through the whole video because she just has like this happy, bubbly vibe. And she's not like over the top or anything, but just the way she is I just enjoy watching her channel. And that feels weird to say because I haven't watched it in a while. But yeah, she's just one of them happy, bubbly people. I don't even know. I don't know where she at. I can't even find it. If I do happen to find it, I'll put it in my community tab. But yeah, she's a good person, I think. I don't know where I can't find it, and I don't even know where to look other than Charmaine. Maybe it's an SH. Let me try that. So some of you want to read more. Locke started doing yoga. You know what? I think it's Charmaine with a SH and not a C. Is that it? I don't know. So what else is something else that you guys want to get back to doing that you used to do that you don't? And that you think task to appointment would help? Because it did help. One, it showed me I really am busy. And number two, it made reading feel more like a chore because it was a task. And so when I stopped being so stringent on the task and just reading here and there, I started enjoying it more again. And so I know, so it did get me back reading. So it did do what it was supposed to do. But when he had said that to me, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it was a good idea. I'm still looking. I can't find her. What was her? Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Charmaine Staycation? Why did that come to my mind? Oh, shit, that ain't her. Charmaine Staycation. Put a Y in there. So anything else, y'all? Hey, I found her. Oh, I'm all out. Yeah, Charmaine's Stay-cation. What I'm going to do is now, excuse me, I am Can I share her page? How do I share her page? And I am subscribed to her. I haven't seen anything in my feed from her. Let me see what her last video was. Has she been on here? She does have a book club. Oh, yeah, she has a book club. Oh, her last video was 4 days ago. She does not pop up in my feed at all. So what I'm going to do is, y'all, I'm going to share this on my community tab right now. Create a post. Let me see. This is at Charmaine. It's not going to let me type her name. Am I spelling it wrong? Charmaine's. Oh, here she is. This is Charmaine's vacation channel that was mentioned in our live stream tonight. Enjoy. All right, so I'm doing a post right now. I don't know why she doesn't pop up in my feed like at all. And when you see her thumbnail, she's like she is just, she is so friendly and bubbly. All right, so that post is on my community tab. Excuse me. So she does actually have a book club. All right, let me close my laptop. So anything else, y'all? Reading. Locke already started yoga. Who else? Anybody else want to get back into something? Or all y'all are just like, what is? This lipstick is perfect for this eye look. I'm matchy because it's really perfect with this eye. Y'all, this palette. In the video, I did look at Madame Violet looks that I did, because I remember Tony was saying it reminded her of Madame Violet. Madame Violet, the shades are deeper than Rose from the Dead, and Rose from the Dead, their shadows are shinier. Like how even sitting here, you can see the shine. And Madame Violet was just more deeper, whereas Rose from the Dead is more, I guess, reflective. Look at how the light is, y'all. And so they are different, similar but different. As far as color story, yes, same, because this is a purple palette too. And so is Madame Violet, but shows up different. But this lippy, I look good. Maybe I'll wear a dark lipstick. I'll wear a black lipstick too when I go for my picture. So bronzer, black lipstick, a black shirt. So I don't get another letter. Your face is too bright. Dude, I am bright. Chick, I am bright. All right, so I'm looking at the comments, and I'm guessing that that's it for tonight, y'all. So if you think of something later that you used to do, or something new that you want to do, and you're like, how do I get to it? Because all of us are busy, like for real. So just trying to add in any new thing is just like, where am I going to do that at? Try the task to appointment. Put it in your corner. Put it in your corner. Put it in your calendar as if it's an appointment, and then you keep that appointment to do that thing, whatever that thing is. And it worked. It didn't work for me, but it did. It did what it was supposed to do. So that part was good. Yeah. So hopefully that'll help somebody if you want to get into something or start doing something or getting back to doing something, start getting back to doing videos, excuse me, or something like that, or just whatever, something that you enjoy doing. So even though it's a task to get to the appointment, which is to do that thing, it's still something that we enjoy doing when we have the time to do so. And so that's was the background to all of this other stuff we talked about. Y'all, this was a lot of fun. I kind of like just shooting the shit. So we had a topic, but on that topic took us all around the barn, and it was a good journey because we all stuck together. And you see, we all still safe. Nobody got kidnapped. Nobody got their organs taken. Nobody got unalived or whatever. We all right here because we stick together. That's what we do over here in Troll Nation. So, thank you, Locke. I do too. I'm just like, and I'm gonna say I needed this, even though I know makeup isn't a need, because toxic love irritated my lids, and I was very sad about that. I was very disappointed. And so to get this palette like a couple weeks later, I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. And I mean, it's just the way the light just, I'm just like, what? Ah. So thank you. I am enjoying this palette. We ran through it. Both the videos will go up next week, and then I'll get into something else. But thank you for all the hearts. But yeah, I was disappointed at that palette. Like, oh my gosh, it's irritating my lids. Like, what the fuck? Because it was a beautiful palette. So I passed it on to somebody who had it on their wish list. And I'm like, don't get it. I'm going to send you mine. And so I'm glad that it went to a good home. Oh my gosh, so many more hearts. I'm going to explode from the love. Thank you so much. So we're going to go, y'all. But think about doing something for you. And I know we talk about self-care quite often. And the task to appointment is self-care, doing something that we enjoy doing, not something that we just have to do, because we all have stuff that most of us have stuff that we have to do, but something that's just for you. And if you need to do task to appointment to kickstart you to get there, then do that, and hopefully it'll work. And if not, we'll think of something else. And so thank y'all for being here. I appreciate all the chit chat. I appreciate all the thumbs up. I think I have a video. I don't know if I have a video going up tomorrow. But I do know both videos with this palette will go up. One is going up on Tuesday. One will be up on Wednesday. Monday is our live. We're doing swatches. The lethal palettes that my members helped me name. And Thursday we're doing swatches also. So that'll be it for tonight, y'all. I was going to say stuff is popping up for you to watch, but I'm just like, this is not a video. So thank all of you being here. Everybody have a wonderful night. If you make plans to hang out with your friends, stick to the plan. Stick to the agenda. I'll see y'all on Monday. Everybody have a safe weekend. Thank you so much, Janet, for being here. And everybody else that's here, I appreciate you. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Foundation way. Thank you. And you will see me soon. Bye. You just watch my newest on the big screen while watching it live. You be tad double duty. What is it called? Multitasking. That's the word. I appreciate it, Dawn. Thank you. All right, y'all. You'll see me on Monday.